Contrast the platforms of John Robert Drake and Dan Kapelovitz. Later on, I'm going to add Angel in because those are the three progressives. And then also, I'm checking into this Heather Collins. There's two Green Party candidates. It didn't seem like she had much of a presence, but she's typing stuff on Twitter, so maybe she'll answer some questions from me. Okay, so John Robert Drake, Dan Kapelovitz, compare and contrast their platform. So Dan Kapelovitz, who is Dan Kapelovitz? He's also Green Party. He's a defense attorney. He's some kind of law professor. He used to be the editor or some editor of Hustler magazine. So what up, Kentucky? His platform is he wants to stop ICE. He don't like ICE like AOC. He wants to abolish ICE. He's in favor of basic income. He doesn't say universal. He just says basic income. But why would it not be universal basic income? He's in favor of nationalizing the electricity of California. He wants the in-factory farming in California. He wants universal health care in California. He wants California to have publicly financed elections. He wants California to have green public power. He's also in favor of instant runoff voting. So there you go. Pro-instant runoff voting, pro-green public power, anti-factory farming, pro-public financed elections, pro-universal health care, anti-ICE, pro-basic income, and pro-nationalization of electricity. Here is Larry Elder. He is probably going to be the next governor of California. Let's listen to what the next governor of California has to say.
A growing number of young people believe socialism is okay, Karl Marx is okay, and they're opposed to capitalism. Many of them are coming out of the very institutions that wouldn't be there but for the capitalism that enabled donors to donate money to the institutions that they now claim are bad because of capitalism. I don't understand why we have a whole generation of teachers teaching young kids that capitalism is bad, socialism is good. Thomas Sowell once said, socialism has a record of achievement so bad that only an academic could ignore it. Capitalism is what made this country great. Hard work, personal responsibility, individual accountability, the pursuit of happiness. That's what California used to be all about.
So he is taking aim straight at socialism, right? Capitalism is the way forward, and it's all the... So he's going to get rid of Social Security, get rid of food stamps, get rid of all the government services. San Francisco, so say goodbye to the electric trolleys in San Francisco, right? Golden Gate Bridge, shut the bridge down. That's socialism too. You got public schools, you got roads, you got police, you got firefighters. A lot of socialistic spending that Larry Elder. So what does John Robert Drake believe, right? We got the platform of Dan Kapelovitz, and now what does John Robert Drake, what does he believe? John Robert Drake wants to invest in housing and infrastructure, mental health and drug rehabilitation and jobs. He wants to build incentive programs that give unhoused individuals the proper skill to get back into the community. For poverty, he wants preventive programs, and he wants social-based programs. He wants rent control, and he wants eviction moratoriums. So there you go. For the tenants in California who are worried about eviction, the Supreme Court just overturned the eviction ban. We didn't think it was going to stand a month or two anyways. So now it looks like the tenants of California are going to have to vote for a John Robert Drake. He's, the only one promised an eviction moratorium. So if they want the eviction moratorium to continue, then you have to get a John Robert Drake in there in order to get that to continue. Both Kapelovitz and Drake agree with universal basic income. Now, John Robert Drake, he added the U to universal basic income. With Andrew Yang, you got to be careful with these motherfuckers. So basic income, what is that? Is that something different? Not a universal basic income, but just a basic income for what? Your goddamn cousin, Larry? Is that what the fuck you're saying? Universal basic income? So we know that John Robert Drake believes in universal basic income. Kapelovitz just said basic income, maybe universal, probably universal, and also both Dan Kapelovitz and John Robert Drake believe in universal health care. They both believe in universal health care and universal basic income. What about a jobs program? Do they also believe in a jobs program too? John Robert Drake also wants cheaper educational costs. He wants to raise teacher pay. He supports public schools. He's also pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ, pro-environment, and maybe even possibly pro-Second Amendment. So there you go. There you go. Those are the two progressives side by side, John Robert Drake and Dan Kapelovitz, side by side, platform side by side. I'll go back over both of them. But first, let's listen to what the next governor of California has to say. You know, more about socialism. He's against socialism, and he's against, what else? Having a heart and giving a shit. He's against compassion and just dog-eat-dog, cutthroat capitalism, right? Who gives a shit? In the name of business, it's all, you know, gravy. It's all gravy under the sun. It's all gravy under the sun, baby, if it's in the name of business.
Until the left-wing people have taken over Sacramento, have imposed all sorts of anti-growth policies. We literally live in a state that is 40 million, but the infrastructure, which hasn't been added to in a serious way since 1970, will only support a population of around 20 million. That is why so many people are leaving this state and going to places like Texas. There's a magazine called CEO Magazine. It's been in existence for 17 years. For every one of its 17 years in existence, California has been named the worst state in which to do business of all 50 states. Why?
The very worst state to do business. That's where Silicon Valley is. That's where all the fucking internet, all them goddamn internet motherfuckers are. So, what is going on? Come on, California. Jesus Christ, I can't even fucking believe that, you know, I am using some rhetoric by calling Larry Elder, he's already the governor, but he kind of already is. All indications looks like Gavin Newsom is going to lose his recall, and then he is holding at 19, 20, 21%. Larry Elder is, and he's going to win with 19%. I think 19%. I think you could win with probably 15% because there's 46 candidates. That means the vote is going to be split 46 different directions. So therefore, you're only going to have, there's no Schwarzenegger, so there's no one main motherfucker that's just going to dominate and take, if anything, I guess Larry Elder is the Schwarzenegger. Larry Elder is the one dominant main motherfucker, but he's polling at 21%. And then that Kevin Rath is polling at like 7% or some shit. And he's the number 2, and then they're all just kind of insignificant, you know, 1, 2, or 3s after that. So those are the players, right? Kevin Rath, and you have, you know, Larry Elder. So that's who you're going to go with, California? Jesus Christ. Don't vote for Larry Elder, California. Don't vote for Kevin Rath, California. Fucking shit. Jesus Christ, California. You've got to put down your avocado toast. It's time to put your avocado toast down, California. It's time to put your avocado toast down and get serious. California, you're about to fuck over America. With the president, Larry Elder, with the president, Kevin Rath. Remember Ronald motherfucking Reagan? Remember how he gave the world? Remember how he gifted to the world? He bequested to the universe AIDS. Remember how he gave us all AIDS? Thank you, Ronald Reagan. Thank you, California. Fucking motherfuckers. Don't vote for Larry Elder, California. Jesus Christ. Do not give him the keys to California, For God's sake. For fuck's sake. For whoever's sake. Don't vote for Larry motherfucking Elder. Black folks only make up 6% of California's population. 6%? California. What the fuck did you do to your black people? What have you done to your black people? Why are you not friendly to black folks? What the fuck? California. Kentucky's got 12% black population. California. Jesus Christ. Now you got Larry Elder. Black people don't need any more obstacles or roadblocks than what they've already got. Black people got it tough enough. They don't need Larry Elder to fucking deal with. Larry Elder gets away with saying a bunch of white supremacist shit because he's in blackface. And do not vote for Kevin Rath. California. If you voted for Rath, California, you wouldn't even be able to say your own governor's name. Do not path the wrath, and do not wrath the path. Do not path the wrath, and don't wrath the path. Okay, California, instead, you gotta vote for Danny Kapelovitz, or John Robert Drake, or Angel Lynn. Whether you vote yes or no to the recall, you got to vote for that second question. And you got to vote for the best guy, the most progressive, the one that's going to make California the great, milk and honey state reputation it's got It's got a reputation for being a milk and honey state, but hell, they have fucking water issues in California. Y'all don't even know where to get your goddamn water. Water, there's like a cycle, right? It evaporates, it's in the air, it's the clouds, and you got rivers, right? Don't you have like 3 delta rivers, San something, fucking Sacramento? You got like, and don't you have a big ass Pacific fucking ocean that like kind of takes up half your coastline? I'm pretty sure I saw a map that had California right next to a big old fucking huge body of water. Just take out the salt. You got a Pacific Ocean. You got a Pacific Ocean of water. Oh, we ain't got no water except for this damn Pacific Ocean here. Desalinate that water, then you got all the motherfucking water in the world. And then once you desalinate it, keep the water. Just somehow rain reclamation, well water. California, whether you vote yes or no for the recall, you got to vote for a possible new governor. So I think Danny Kapelovitz or John Robert Drake or Angel Lynn are the most progressives. If you think there's another progressive, vote for that person. I'm going to check out Heather Collins. It seems like Heather Collins might be another progressive, but I'm kind of winding down with, exploring any new folks. If anybody else wants to get my attention, they'll have to get my attention. Get on YouTube, get on Twitter, get on some fucking media. Jesus Christ, Larry Elder is all over the fucking place. Do what Larry Elder is doing. Go talk to all the same people he talked to. And you're going to make a YouTuber governor of California, a goddamn YouTuber? What the fuck is the matter with you? California is going to make a goddamn YouTuber governor, whether fucking Kevin Path the Wrath or Larry the Elder, Larry the L, the Dur, Lar, the Re, the L, the Dur. So, California, don't vote for Larry Elder, don't vote for Kevin Path, Wrath, vote for Danny Kapelovitz, vote for John Robert Drake, or vote for Angel Lynn. Why? John Robert Drake, he wants to invest in housing and infrastructure and mental health, drug rehabilitation, and jobs. He wants to build incentive programs that give the unhoused individuals proper skills to get back into the community. For poverty, he's got prevention programs. He's got social-based programs. There's rent control, eviction moratorium, universal basic income. John Robert Drake wants universal basic income. Kapelovitz don't answer questions on Twitter. John Robert Drake does answer questions on Twitter. So therefore, John Robert Drake wants to be heard. He wants the public to hear him, and he's answering questions. So this is how politics is supposed to work. You're running for office. Who are you? Why do you want to run for office? What are the issues that you are going to go in there and fight for? What are the promises? What are the planks to your platform? To the citizens, who do you like this one? Do you like that one? What ideas do you like? Which of the platforms do you like? Do you like one person's platform better, but you don't think that they'll get it passed? Man, that Angel Lynn's got a good platform, but I don't know if she'll be able to get it passed. But, so you have somebody who looks strong, but might not have as strong of a platform, but they have a progressive platform at the very least. John Robert Drake wants to raise teacher pay. He wants to make educational costs cheaper for everybody. He supports public schools. He's pro-choice, pro-LGBTQ, pro-environment, and I think he might be pro-Second Amendment. He said something about it's about mental health and the shit that's on the books is enough, so we don't need to pass any more laws. So that's better, right? Jesus Christ, that's a better goddamn California than a Kevin Path-Wrath. Larry Elder is shitting all over socialism. I bet Kevin Path-Wrath hates socialism too. Kevin Path-Wrath is a capitalist from hell. He's a bloodthirsty, blood-sucking capitalist motherfucker, a Dino. He's not a progressive. He's a neoliberal, stock market, landlord, right-winger, a JFK Democrat, meaning he's right. When they asked him, how come a Republican cannot be governor for California, he knocked that question out of the park. He was like, a governor can't be, because the legislature, they would, tie him up and they wouldn't be able to get shit done. So if you're a Republican in California, he basically, spelled it right out. He was basically saying, if you're a Republican and you live in California, you'll have to run as a Democrat and just say you're a conservative Democrat. And then, maybe 1 year into your tenure, you'll hear Kevin Rath, say, remember how you all thought I was a Democrat? Psych! I was a conservative Republican all along. No shit, Kevin Rath. I haven't heard one progressive fucking idea come out of your mouth yet. A goddamn YouTuber? You're going to make a YouTuber? So Danny Kapelovitz, John Robert Drake, or Angel Lynn. Vote for them. Vote for Angel Lynn, John Robert Drake, or Dan Kapelovitz. Now, Gavin Newsom, he may, survive the recall. I don't think he will. He's already, at what, 1 or 2 points behind or some shit, and you still got 2 weeks. You still got 2 weeks before the vote is finally tallied up, September 14th. So that's more than 2 weeks. I don't think he could turn this shit around in 2 weeks. Gavin Newsom has done some shit in California. He's banned fracking. So don't go to California thinking you could go frack. He's banned the death penalty, so don't go to California thinking that you can institute the death penalty on somebody. He wants to ban chokeholds, so to stop the police from doing chokeholds in California. California has a 12% poverty rate, and there's 160,000 homeless people in California. Gavin Newsom, he made marijuana fully legal. So Gavin Newsom is the John Hickenlooper of California. Now, California already kind of had, medical marijuana if you have anxiety or back pain, so all you had to do is just say some little tiny thing. So they kind of had de facto legalization, but you still had to get a marijuana card. But Gavin Newsom, made it completely legal. Gavin Newsom also wants to end the war on drugs. So does Larry Elder. They both want to end the war on drugs, so I wonder, do they want legalize all fucking drugs? Just flood the streets with crack and heroin and all the, angel dust and crocodile that a person could dream up of? Gavin Newsom is working towards universal health care. He ended fracking. He ended the death penalty. So he's got some notable accomplishments. Is it enough? Guess we'll find out September 14th. Now, I don't want to be a chicken little alarmist here, okay? I don't want to just, hyperbole, just exaggerate. I don't want to be a 5-alarm drama queen. I don't want to be a 5-alarm drama queen here. But Kevin Rath, he's talking about rounding the homeless people up in the concentration camps all throughout California. He's going to get the National Guard to do it, so he's going to send the troops out. Send the troops out to go after homeless Californians, the most vulnerable out of all the Californians, right? Not poor, not middle class, not rich. Motherfuckers that ain't even poor. They're so po, they can't even afford the OR. They are po-dunk. That's how po they are. Kevin Rath is talking about rounding up the homeless, the most vulnerable people out there. There's 160,000 homeless, and he's going to put them in concentration camps. He said identify 80 spots, so what, stadiums and empty malls and what the fuck ever. Just let them camp out in the parks. That's better, rounding them up. Let them camp out in the fucking parks, and then just go talk to them, ask who they are, and then just make sure there's, a person at each and every park. That's Angel Lynn. That's Angel Lynn's plan. Angel Lynn would be better than this Kevin Rath. My God, California, are you about to cause yourself a homelessness holocaust? Probably. Kevin Rath is talking about causing a homelessness holocaust. Setting up concentration camps throughout the state of California, putting all the homeless into Jesus Christ. Has he built 160,000 houses until Kevin Rath builds 160,000 houses? We don't need to hear him talk about rounding up any homeless person. Hey, Kevin Rath, you won the governor's chair, but have you built the goddamn houses yet? Then shut the fuck up about rounding up homeless people. Round up the homeless people. Let them live in the parks, and don't fucking go after them. I think when it comes to, homeless, there's a twofold approach, right? You crack down on the motherfuckers, and you say, don't do your damn shit. That's the approach we've always been doing. We could also build homes, so I think we could do both. Let's do both. But Kevin Rath is all about cracking down, and I don't trust that he'll build a single fucking house. Gavin Newsom, he seemed honest enough. He said he was going to build 3.5 million new houses, and apparently California is in last place when it comes to brand new construction. So talk about a failed fucking promise. I'm going to make sure we get 3.5 million new homes. How many more homes did you get? Well, we lost some in the forest fires. Yeah, we lost millions, actually. We went negative. Jesus Christ, they're having water problems. Water, food, clothing, housing, security. Is California a failed state? Is California about ready to collapse? So I don't want to be alarmist, but Kevin Paffrath may cause a homelessness holocaust. And then Kevin FAFSA, let's just go with Kevin FAFSA, that's easier. So Kevin FAFSA, he's got a dumb Mississippi water pipeline plan too, and he's got a real stupid underground traffic tunnel system idea too. So we're going to have an underground traffic tunnel system. He don't like the high-speed rail, right? Kevin FAFSA hates the high-speed rail. So instead of getting high-speed rail, Kevin FAFSA is going to have us drive our cars and our trucks into an underground tunnel system, right? An underground tunnel system. We're going to be just like Batman, just driving underground, and then there's going to be like a loop-de-loop, right? We'll go underground, do these loop-de-loops, and my God, could you imagine a massive car pileup underground, an underground tunnel system, a massive car pileup? That would take, what, weeks, months, years to clean up? A massive car pileup. Jesus fucking Christ. And then California's got a drought, so where are they going to get their water? Guess where Kevin FAFSA wants to get his water from? He's going to steal it from the Mississippi River. He's going to take it from the Mississippi River. I bet you Kevin FAFSA once read an article where it said that all California needs is 4% of the Mississippi River. So Kevin FAFSA was like, if all we need is 4% of the Mississippi River, I know. Let's steal the Mississippi River. Talk about, what is this, fucking Nestle? This motherfucker, is he going to own Nestle after this? Kevin FAFSA, he hates the high-speed rail so much that he's going to create an entire underground tunnel system just, I guess, so we could keep driving our cars and we could drive underground and shit, right? Look, we're underground in a tunnel system. And somehow he said that an underground tunnel system is cheaper than a high-speed rail system. I mean, if that's true, then we need a different transportation system altogether. Then they both suck. They both suck. Let's just do airplanes. Just do nothing but airplane travel. So California's got the drought, right? Where are they going to get their water? America. They're going to steal it from you, America. They're going to steal your Mississippi River water. So that means all the states that buy Mississippi and depend on the Mississippi River, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Louisiana, they're going to steal your fucking water. Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri. Guess what? California's coming for your water. Tennessee, Kentucky, Iowa, Illinois. They're going to steal your Mississippi River water. But, you know, shit, they're probably not even paying attention. California probably could get away with stealing 4% of Mississippi's water. They're going to have to build a pipeline from Mississippi all the way to California. You're going to have to go across, like, what, 4 or 5 states or so. So you have to get those states on board, and you have to get, you know, cooperation. And there's a lot of shit that's going to go into that. That's a dumb idea. It's a stupid idea. Somebody needs to tell him it's a dumb idea, and he needs to evolve and change it, make it better, or just drop it. Because if he becomes governor and he keeps on pushing these stupid-ass ideas, god damn, that's going to be terrible. So we've already seen that John Robert Drake is, you know, he's got a good platform, very progressive. He's got a universal basic income, whereas Dan Kapelovitz doesn't have a universal basic income. He just is in favor of a basic income. Just a basic income for a basic bitch. So Dan Kapelovitz, he actually used to be an editor of Hustler magazine. He's a kind of law professor right now. He's also a defense attorney. So, you know you could trust Dan Kapelovitz. He's been up against the entire establishment. He's been up against the system his entire fucking life. Dan Kapelovitz, Green Party guy, he wants to stop ICE. He's like AOC, wants to abolish ICE, right? He's in favor of basic income. He wants to nationalize the electricity grid, PG&E, no more privatized electricity companies. We're going to nationalize electricity. Get the government to own the nationalization of in-factory farming, pro-universal health care, pro-public financed elections. So he's good for democracy. He's also in favor of green public power and instant runoff voting. This is very important California. Because you have recall and referendum and initiatives, that means you got, some democratic tools. If you truly care about democracy, you need to get instant runoff voting. So that way you get a majority. The person that becomes the governor has got at least 50% plus one support of the people. He's got the consent of the governed. There's democratic legitimacy. Right now, the person who looks to be, let's assume the worst or the best, I don't know, let's assume Gavin Newsom loses the recall. So who's going to become the next governor? It's going to be the person that beats all the other candidates. But since there's 46 candidates, it's going to split 46 ways. So that means Larry Elder, somebody with 19% to 15% is going to be the one that's going to, I think a person with 15% of the vote could win. So it looks like to me, Larry Elder, polling at 21%, my God, he's kind of thumping the rest of the fucking competition. He's beating the fucking piss out of them. So what does that mean? That means 15%. If, more than a majority of the people say fuck Gavin Newsom, but it was close, right? It was nearly 50-50. If it was a race between Gavin Newsom and Larry Elder, then you would see a very close race, right? It wouldn't be, do you want to kick the bum out? Do you want Larry Elder or do you want Gavin Newsom? But if people don't think of it like that, because that's not how the questions are posed. So what am I saying? I'm saying that California's election is not democratic whatsoever. Their recall election is not democratic. What they need to have is, you ask the question, do you recall the governor, and then you rank the candidates. You have instant runoff voting for the second part of the question. You pick three top candidates, and then you can have, three runoff. The way I understand runoff elections, you could have three instant runoff elections if you pick the top three candidates, and then that, hopefully will generate a majority victor. But at the very least, you'll know that the majority of the people support that person. If Larry Elder wins, let's, assume the very worst, right? Let's assume Larry Elder wins with 19% of the vote. That's not a majority. That's less than 1 out of 5 of, the Californians that voted, the electorate. 1 out of 5, you need, 3 out of 5. You need 6 out of 10, right? You need 51 out of 100. You need the majority to be on your side. But out of 100, he got 19 people on his side. Now he gets to run, 100 people because he got 19 people on his side, and so now he gets to run the whole goddamn shebang. That's not democratic. It's bullshit, and it's, it does need to be reformed in the sense that I just said. Instant runoff voting needs to be added to the second part. So you rank the, possible new governor. You're recalling the governor, okay? Now you rank the second question, yes or right. First question, yes or no. Second question, here's 46 candidates, okay? I like 1, 2, 3, and I like them in this order, right? A, B, C. And that would fix the recall election. But it is what it is. California doesn't have instant runoff voting, which, what the fuck? But Kapelovitz is for instant runoff voting. Kapelovitz is for a public financed election. So we know that Dan Kapelovitz is for a better democracy. And California needs a better democracy. California needs to be more like Colorado when it comes to their democracy. Colorado's got a great democracy, so California should take some notes. I didn't realize, shit. It's kind of crazy that you guys were as liberal as you were. Your goddamn laws kind of hamstring you. You need a new constitution. Just rewrite a brand new constitution, California. Jesus Christ. Get everybody on the same page. Write a brand spanking new constitution. Just one page, though. Try to write an entire constitution and put it all on one page. So we'll literally all be on the same exact motherfucking page. So there you go. Let's listen to Larry the Elder.
The Calvary Chapel Church in Newbury Park, California. It's in Thousand Oaks. It is pastored by Rob McCoy. Here are some excerpts from my third sermon. I want to tell you a little bit about my family, my background. I have 2 brothers, older and younger. Neither of them is with us now. My older brother Kirk died on September 13, 2019, 2 weeks before his 70th birthday. Had no prior conditions, slumped over his computer and had a heart attack and died. 6 months later, his only biological child, he has 2 stepchildren and a daughter, was found face down dead in his apartment. Took 2 weeks before the coroner to figure out what was what, that it was a heart attack also. So my poor sister-in-law lost her husband and one of her sons in the span of just a few months.